Left side, the best side. So tell us what you do, your name first of all, and what inspires you to do what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Emma Murbin. I am a talent manager. I have managed quite a number of people. Being case in point, she's going to introduce herself.
Yeah.
And I've managed a couple of children who are in different aspects, sports and film. So yes, in a nutshell.
So you manage talent.
I manage talent.
How's that going?
It's actually amazing. You know, not too many people actually think about it. And let me tell you, I got this idea, funny enough, looking at the Kardashians. You see what the mom did?
Right.
And I picked that from her. And her kids are millionaires, and so is she, or billionaires, or whatever the case is. And that's what I would encourage parents of today. Yeah.
Yeah, to manage their kids as well?
Yeah, I mean, we were raised with parents who were strict on soma, read and get a job, be a banker, be a doctor, be a lawyer. Those were the three professions.
Yeah.
But there's always, your child might not be book smart, but there's a craft they're really good at, which is acting, which is sports. So nurture that, and they'll be the next Eliud Kipchoge. You never know.
I believe that, Manze. Kwanza, I've seen a lot going on out here, especially with regards to athletes.
Yes.
You know, they get swindled, and then now you're thinking, oh my God, I should have even put my mom on.
You know,
she should have been managing. She should my brand. You know, maybe it would have been easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what inspired you?
Again, just looking at what the West did, but this time without the whole drama around it. You know? So it's trying to keep the kids focused, and I figured in Nairobi or in Kenya currently, not too many people are doing that.
Yeah.
And you'll see not too many agencies actually manage the talent.
Great.
What they do, you're called in, you do an ad, they take their cut and you go. Then what's next?
Yeah.
You get. So like for my son, when he got his first gig, we moved from Walt Disney, Nat Geo, and we went to Hulu, and then he did an anime. Then, so it's what's the next thing? What's the next best thing for them? So his portfolio, as much as he's Kenyan, his portfolio is actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And then of course on my right hand side, the one and only.
My name is Mary Miller, and you know me from. Sorry, the mobile subscriber cannot be reached. And no, I'm not AI. There's been no production right now. We are live on SpiceFM.
Yeah. You know what? I want you to do another take for that one. My producer wants to cut that one.
Put SpiceFM in it.
Yeah. We good? Yeah? Oh, awesome. So let me ask you,
yes,
whenever people listen to you, they're like, how is that so natural, Yani? No takes, you know what I mean? It's almost as if the first time you did it, Yani, you didn't even have it wasn't even technical, isn't it?
I mean, 25 years ago, of course, my voice was much, much thinner. I sounded younger.
Yeah.
So the producer asked me to lower my voice.
Oh,
and
interesting.
so I sounded a bit more mature.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe I sound like that. However, my mom worked for then Voice of Kenya.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, that's old school. Yeah.
Yes. But she was a producer. She was not on air. But she has a stunning, stunning voice. And what used to happen is boys would call the house.
Yeah.
And they'd hear my mom's voice and she'd be like, hello. And the boys are like,
who is that?
and then she'd say something like, moment.
Cheers.
And then I come on the voice, I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, who is that? I'm like, that's my mother.
Yeah.
But she has a stunning voice. And so listening to her, she's very good at public speaking. My dad as well, when he was still with us. And so I spent a lot of time in these spaces where I had to express myself.
Yeah.
And in the process, it happened by chance. We were speaking earlier. And I told you I went to Reunion Island, which is off the coast of Madagascar. And it's part of France. So we went there as exchange students. I was 14 years old. And there was one afternoon where all the kids had to showcase Kenyan culture.
Right.
And I couldn't cook. Couldn't lie to you.
You could have
To
cooked
save
ugali.
your life.
Couldn't make the chapos. I could not make
How
the
are you
chapos.
Kenyan and you can't even make the chapo?
Hey,
Of all
don't-
things.
Don't go judging. Don't judge.
See, I have to judge.
My
Ugali and chapo is a
I can
must.
make
She
ugali.
just
Yeah.
said she was
Ugali.
14. Don't judge.
Do you know I could cook ugali by the time I
Okay,
was like
sour,
10?
sour. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Ugali I can do. I can
Yeah.
do nyama fry, everything. But
Oh,
chapos.
yeah. Chapos, like, yeah, they're different.
Yeah,
you know, you got to
that's a bit
spin.
too- yeah, I can't.
But now you can.
But
Still.
Let's
Hey,
not go
yawa,
there.
Mary.
Let's not go there.
she can do a min naan.
Yes,
I got you.
can do naan. Yeah, I can do naan.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
But chapos,
Yeah. So walk me through the whole process.
So my friends sit me down and they're like, yeah, so you're not cooking with us. It's not happening. And I'm thinking, okay. So there was a whole production team. The local TV station was
Yeah.
there. There were officials from government because they were so excited that they had these African kids in
Yeah,
Reunion
yeah.
Island. And so they interviewed most of the people who were cooking. But I was like, come, let me show you. This is what we do here. And this is our culture. This is done by this community. And I did it all in French. When I got home to the family that was hosting me, we're having dinner, and I was on the news. You couldn't see my face at first,
Yeah.
but you heard my voice. And I'm like, And they speak in French. They're like, Marie, c'est ta voix. It's your voice. It's your
Yeah.
voice. And I'm like, no way. So that's the very first time I did a voiceover.
Yeah,
When I
but
was
did you
14.
always know you had a good voice?
Not really.
No one ever, even your mom never told you?
All my siblings
yeah.
kind of have good voices.
Oh, interesting. So it's in the family.
So it's in the family. So I
Yeah,
suppose,
actually, it
yeah,
is.
they do,
Yeah,
they do.
everyone has that
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of tone.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
So it wasn't a big deal at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so what after that experience, for example, did you now
I
pursue
shelved
something?
it.
Yeah.
I shelved it. Ended up going to uni,
Yeah.
studied my first degree, got a master's, worked in the media aspect of that. So
Yeah.
I did political science, then I did peace and reconciliation,
Yeah.
worked in the NGO space as a comms expert, videography,
Yeah.
script
Scripting.
writing, and then some of the voicing as well.
Yeah.
How did I get my very first voiceover? I
Yeah,
took a very
exactly.
famous celebrity
Yeah.
to the studio,
Who's this?
Regina Ray.
Chase.
Yes.
What studio?
Oh gosh, it was somewhere in Westlands. It doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
And they heard me speak, and they're like, "We have to have you on
Yeah.
our voice bank." And I'm thinking, me, little old me, I'm good. And they put me on their voice bank. They showed me how to express myself and to sound as regional as possible. So I could do ads for Uganda, for Tanzania, even for
Yeah.
West Africa. And that was the beginning of the journey.
Yeah. To sound as regional, what does that even mean? Regional, is there like a regional sound in East Africa, do you think?
So from the NGO work that we did, I would do voice work for even IGAD.
Oh.
And so you're covering work in Somalia, Southern Sudan.
Right.
So you're looking at a voice that sounds East African, but doesn't necessarily, you see that? Necessarily.
That's regional.
Yes, that is not regional. That is specific to the mountain. So
It's all good.
Let's get
Yeah.
rid of that.
All right.
So basically, that's what they look for.
Yeah. That's
a
amazing.
standard English.
Yeah, but were you anxious, by the way, on your first recording? Were you like, "Jeez, that's how I sound? Not so good." You guys are lying.
I didn't like my voice. I
Exactly.
can't lie.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of people never like their voices whenever they hear their recordings.
Yes.
So, what was going on through your mind the first time you had your own
Oh my
voice?
gosh, I sweated buckets. Even in studio.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a very, very good gentleman who took me through the production stage. You know, he'd be like, listen to yourself here. You need to change this. Be a bit clearer here. Make sure you don't swallow certain words.
Yeah.
Make sure your diction is clear.
Yeah.
So after a while, it came naturally. I understood what was needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your voice is so unique, and then you have a bass going on.
Soothing, innit?
Yeah, I love it. It's like, I can listen to you speak all night. You should have a show over here on Spice FM.
Yes, please.
So, let's talk about that gig at Safaricom.
The gig at Safari.
Yeah, how did it play out? At what point did you get that call, and then they were like, you know what, Mary, this thing is yours. Let's do it.
So Sounds and Pictures at the time was the agency plus production house that was given the work in terms of getting voices for Safaricom. And I don't think we even understood the magnitude of what it entailed. For me, I just thought it was, an IVR holding message. Hi, Thank you for calling Mary's line. Please hold on. Press 1 for English.
Oh my God.
Bonyeza mbili kwa Kiswahili. Just that. We thought it was that going to be that simple.
Yeah.
So I remember they had an amazing producer at the time. I can't remember his name, but he asked me, like I said before, to lower my voice because he said I sounded a bit too thin and too young.
Right.
And we had a stack of papers that we had to read through. So you're reading, months of the year, January, February, March, and you're wondering, what is this all about?
What was that for? Yeah.
But now if you think about it, all these prompts are very important, especially if you're dealing with M-Pesa, if you're dealing with customer service issues, and you don't have to keep having Mary in studio to repeat these letters. So, I read January to December. You can think of every single number and number combination. It was a lot of work. It took about 3.5 years.
That was a lot. Yeah, so whenever Kenyans listened to your voice, folks were going through a situation.
Of course.
Either some sort of frustration.
I see where he's going with this.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Urgency.
Yes.
Right. There was a lot of emotion going on. Did you ever imagine the sort of impact you were having on the lives of Kenyans?
I don't think so at first.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's now later in life that everybody wants to know me. In the beginning, what would happen is I go somewhere and everybody's like, oh, huyu ndio mteja.
Yeah.
And so I stand up there and I say whatever it is I say. I sit down and people are like, sasa hiyo ndio kazi yako?
So you can actually speak Swahili too. Good stuff. Okay, sasa.
So, do not.
What are you going to say?
Do not.
She knows a bit.
Guys, kill it. Her Swahili ends there.
It ends all I can tell. Sawa, it's okay. I'll give you a pass. I'm not going to ask you Swahili questions.
Thank you.
You should.
But I'll throw one or two. So just be prepared. Yeah, proceed.
So basically, back in the day, early days of my voice, what used to happen, which was interesting, I'd make a phone call and let's say I'm calling some office or an institution. Somebody's there like, how do I know you?
You sound familiar.
How do I know your voice? Yes.
Yeah.
Or I'm talking to somebody somewhere and, somebody stops and goes, no, hold on. Were we in school together? So with time, when I went viral a couple of years ago, I got the hate.
Yeah.
You're the one who made my uncle break up his marriage or whatever. Of course, it's exaggerations.
Okay.
But I think for most people, they were understanding who's this lady. They couldn't understand who this lady was.
Yeah.
You can imagine some elderly lady calling her son or daughter and then hearing this voice prompt telling her, mteja hapatikani,
Exactly. No, but I got to tell you, there were guys out here, myself included.
You got a feeling?
Badly. What are you talking about? I'm like, that's my favorite voice. I was even thinking how I can record it.
Oh, thank you.
But I love it. And let's talk about the doors that your voice opened up after Safaricom.
Gosh.
Yeah.
The kind of work that I got was phenomenal. You're looking at individuals who are like, oh, you must be very expensive.
Actually,
then.
pause. At what point did you now stop working with Safaricom?
So it was a contract the first 3.5 years.
Okay. Yeah.
And thereafter they got other voices, Jennifer Canary and other ladies who represented Safaricom on that platform.
Yeah.
I have no complaints whatsoever. The contract was very decent. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So opened up doors. Anyone hearing I'm the voice of Safaricom thinks, okay, Mary must be expensive. Mary's a premium voice.
I know, she's so elite.
Yes. And that didn't hurt. Not in the least.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. All right, so let's take a short break and then when we come back, we'll continue with this conversation.
Okay.
Gentlemen, you can call in 0719-012-600. I've got the voice behind. I would just do that line again.
The mobile...
Take your time.
Sorry. The mobile subscriber cannot be reached.
You're perfect. So we're coming back with this conversation. It's 20 minutes after 7. This is Bobby Brown. Don't be cruel. Twendekazi.
You are tuned in to Nairobi's #1 soul station, Spice FM.